just wanna be where you are.
Hey, I'm Rich Langton from Hillsong Church. You're watching New Song Cafe at worshiptogether.com. And I'm here with some of the writers of Where You Are from the new album Youth Revival from Hillsong Young and Free. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey Rich. How you going?
Good.
So Where You Are, great song. I really love it in church. Tell me about the dynamic of writing a song with 4 writers.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, because we're all close friends, and I think what's awesome about it is that if one person is starting to fade, the rest of the group can get them to wake back up. It keeps momentum. It's fun. So many people to bounce ideas off. So many strengths all over the place. So it just helps a lot, I think.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
So did you have the theme of Where You Are to start with, or who brought that? How did it start? Tell me about the story.
So the song came about. It started. Michael, Ben, and I were working on one song. Then it morphed into another song that we were kind of working on, and then Ben and Aiden were working on a song that they realized a few days later would work perfectly with ours. So we basically brought 4 songs together.
I should say 6 for fun.
Yeah, maybe 6. And Where You Are was that. I'm pretty sure it was the hook to one of the songs. There was one of those hook to one of the songs, and it was a really strong hook. And I think it was kind of the catalyst that sparked the theme. In what we wanted to write. And then so one night we all came together. These guys just were let's write one song all together, and powered through because Ben had to go to Hawaii the next morning, so we had to finish. And we worked all night, and came out with something that we were pretty happy with.
Right. Yeah. And so then that line, obviously we repeat it in the chorus and everything, Where You Are. Yeah. Tell me about that, because obviously God is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So how can you be where God is?
I think, we talked a lot about this before, but I think what the song is about is aligning yourself with the call of God and aligning yourself, being where where His calling is, and not so much because we can go to the shops and He's there with us, but more aligning ourselves with the calling of God. And the song kind of follows this character who's faced with many options in life, has his hand in the world and doing these things, but he comes to realize that actually life with Jesus is so much better. Yeah. And
Mike, you had an experience with a friend asking you about that?
I just played it for a songwriter friend who's not in church, and I had to explain that concept because she asked, she was like, Where you are, isn't God in heaven? Does that mean you want to go straight to heaven? And it was cool. I mean, it opened a cool dialogue, and I think it's a really interesting way to think about it. In the now, being intentional about pursuing God.
Right. So then, as worship leaders in church, you can use it there, and we use it in youth, right?
Yeah.
But equally so, it can be more of an outreach. It reaches more people than just a church congregation, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the theme of the song is it's for everybody, because everyone's searching, and I feel like every human heart is longing for something more than just a quick or temporary fix, whether it's going out at night or whatever, or partying. I think everyone's looking for something, and I think we know that the answer is Jesus. And so this song speaks so clearly to that as non-Christians, but then also as Christians, it's just a reminder of aligning yourself daily with the things of God.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Now you guys are going to play it for us, right?
Yes. Yep, let's do it.
Awesome.
But you show me better, a new kind of love. It's ever the one I want. I'm lifting you higher, higher. There's nothing that I'd rather do. A sweet elevation of praises. There's no one I love more than you. I never knew a love like this before. The kind of life that I cannot find on my own. I've seen the world, but I have never been so sure that I want your heart. God, I just wanna be where you are. Where you are. I just wanna be where after you are. All this time with you by my side, I can't imagine what it'd be like on my own. And I've made up my heart, this love is all I've got. You're the only one I know worth living for. says, there's no one I love more than you. I never knew a love like this before, the kind of life that I cannot find on my own. I see the world, but I have never been so sure that I want your heart. God, I just wanna be where you are, where you are. I just wanna be where you are, where you are. I just wanna be where you are.
That was great. Thanks, guys. Hey, Pap, can you tell us, I've only ever heard it played, I guess, in church, not just on an acoustic.
Yeah.
You can play it anywhere, you break it down like a normal, any other song, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, basically what we've done here is just a simple, it's pretty much a 4-chord arrangement. It changes a little bit in the bridge, but yeah, the song, I'm playing in the key of B, and so just doing capo 4, playing it in G form. So I'm just playing like a C, which is the 4-chord.
For the chorus? Oh, sorry,
just for the verse and the pre-chorus and the chorus. All the same chord progression. And it just starts in the C chord, the 4, and then the 2 chord, the A minor, and then the 6, which is the E minor, and then the D, which is the 5. And then in the bridge, it just swaps over, like after 2 to the A minor, and then the 4, and then the 6, and the 5. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And yeah, essentially like what I've done is like, obviously like you can take any song and work in your context. So I'm just doing it and just kind of found some of the notes that's like in the hook. And yeah, it's like that sort of stuff, trying to just make it work for this little setting. And
then Aiden, how do you find leading it like at youth or at church?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I think it's really uplifting and it's fun. So it's nice to like bring a bit of life to your service. But then it's also not like too crazy that it's too much sometimes. And so it's a nice place to either start or do a song too. Happy, it's fun. I love it. It's
yeah,
good.
I really like it too. I feel like it's a really accessible song for like a wide age group.
Yeah.
And appreciate you coming in and chatting with us about it.
Thank you.
I never knew a love like this before, the kind of love that I cannot find